Hello everyone and welcome back to DC Central, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down and reviewing Supergirl Season 5 Episode 18, otherwise entitled The Missing Link, otherwise known as the now penultimate episode of the season. If you have not seen the episode, make sure you do so before proceeding with the review, as it will be filled with spoilers, so let's discuss. So just like all the shows in the DC CW Arrowverse, we have seen Supergirl reach its untimely conclusion for Season 5 with this penultimate episode. Of course, we have one more episode to go after this, which is next week, but this is the penultimate episode, and, you know, I think for Supergirl, this is easily the show that's going to be the worst affected out of all of them. I can't really comment on Batwoman on that, just because, again, I'm not up to date with that, but, you know, for Supergirl and The Flash, this is definitely the least affected, and I'll get into that a bit later, but, you know, it's kind of sad to see this happen, but honestly, I think if this season would continue as it is, I still don't think it would do that much to save it, but either way, let's jump into the review for this episode. So in this episode, we actually have a big villain return from earlier in the season, which is Rama Khan. Of course, before Crisis, he was kind of the big villain we were dealing with when it came, and he was kind of like the face of Leviathan by that point. So they bring him back, and he's here to basically break into the DEO in order to collect some kryptonite. And in the process, we have this big battle with the whole team. We have Kara, we have Dreamer, we have Jean, we have Magan, and they're all fighting Rama Khan. And this fight was really bad. I mean, the fight scene, honestly, it wasn't particularly exciting to begin with, but then it really lost me and made me laugh out loud when you have Magan, who, again, I was praising Magan last week because I think Magan is an awesome character, and I find it very strange the way they've just brought her back, and she's in this episode again, and she's in this fight, and she just goes, oh, hey, Rama Khan, over here, as like a big distraction move, and then gets taken out instantly. And it was just like, it was a really weird fight, and then it ends with the DEO getting completely obliterated and destroyed. And when I say destroyed, I mean destroyed. Like, the building does not exist anymore. And, you know, that's an interesting decision. I didn't expect that to happen in this episode. I didn't think the DEO was ever going to get destroyed. It does make me wonder, you know, are we going to get a new base of operations? Which could be cool. But this fight was just so badly done. It's one of those really annoying fights on Supergirl where you know the corridor crew are going to rip this one apart. So, yeah, it wasn't great, especially for Rama Khan, who I actually really liked in the beginning of the season. I think he's a cool villain. I think I just kind of like him because he's basically an earthbender, but really cool stuff with him. It's just the fight surrounding him was really poor and really boring. But the DEO getting destroyed was an interesting decision that I didn't expect them to make, so fair play, I guess. Now, we did have a story with Alex, who was working with Sean Astin, who returns in this episode as well. With Sean Astin being in this is kind of cool, I guess. Obviously, he's kind of like a fan favorite actor, so bringing him back for you know, he came into Supergirl this season was cool. These scenes were good. These were definitely my favorite part of the episode. I enjoyed Alex kind of working with him, trying to just uncover more about Rama Khan and Leviathan, trying to see, you know, basically where they were throughout history and stuff like that, because even Sean Astin's character, who I cannot remember the name of, but he was, you know, saying, you know, I've heard whispers about Leviathan, I thought they were a myth, and things like that, so it's kind of cool how they play him like that. I still find it bizarre and weird that we're still discovering and trying to learn about Leviathan at this point in the season, because even if you remove the whole coronavirus situation and, you know, the next episode being the last and it being an early ending, we still, like, by this point in the season, we should know who Leviathan is. Like, we should know what they are, we should know what the plan is, we should know what Lex is doing, but we don't. Like, we are so in the, not in the know about this, and it's frustrating to watch, because each episode of Supergirl I'm watching now, I come out more confused than the last. Like, like, by the end of last episode, you know, you guys did help me, as I asked you to do. You were in the comments, and I appreciate that help, it was really good. And, you know, I thought I had it sorted out, and then coming into this episode, I come out of it, and they added in another element, and I don't understand it, but still, nice moments. I enjoyed the scene with Alex and Sean Astin's character at the end of the episode, where he was basically saying, you know, you need to just get over the life of pretending you're in the military or working for the DEO and stuff like that. That was a nice little moment, but again, it's just learning about Leviathan. I'm just getting tired of it. And the extra element that they added in, and this wasn't added in this episode, it's just something I kind of forgot about, was the Lex and Lena stuff. This project that Lena's been working on the Makari, or whatever it's called. It kind of sounds like Mungo Jerry. But like, whatever that project was, I completely forgot about that, and now I don't understand what that is. So Lena has created this thing that can remove pain and suffering from people's lives, so they can basically live this idyllic, perfect life. But then the project doesn't work, and we have this actor who was on Arrow in Season 7, who's now just playing this random character for some reason, who's freaking out because it didn't work on him, and he's now like a full-on rage machine. And Lex helped her create that because he knew it wouldn't work, and then he can use that to get with Leviathan, and Leviathan can use it. I just don't get it. I don't understand this season. It's so annoying. It's so poorly written. It's been so poorly handled. I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand what Leviathan is, what they're trying to do. Like, I get that they're trying to use Obsidian to, you know, help the environment, I guess, because people... They funded Obsidian, right? So they funded Obsidian North and that whole project. They've given the funds and the resources to create that, right? So they're doing that to put people in the virtual reality world so that they aren't having an effect on the environment. But in doing so, they're going to unleash more cataclysmic events onto the Earth while that's happening, while people aren't around, like in the Matrix. But then what's Lex doing? Where does this Lena project come into it? I don't know. I don't get this story. It's so badly done. And like I said at the beginning of this video, Supergirl is easily the most poorly affected show from this whole coronavirus thing, because this storyline isn't going to be wrapped up. It's going to be ended by next episode. Which, again, I don't blame the writers for that. Like, obviously, that isn't their fault, obviously. But the problem is that I'm going to come out of this season, you know, coming out of Season 5, I still, like, out of episode 19, we would have 2 more episodes or 3 more episodes left at this point. I still don't know what the story is. Like, I'm just watching this episode. It's like I'm watching it in a foreign language. I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of it means. Like, what's the story? What's the plan? I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm watching it every single week, trying to wrap my head around it. And like I say, by the end of last week's episode, thanks to you guys in the comments, I thought I understood it. But I don't. I don't know it again. This whole Lena thing, I don't know where that comes in. And again, I think I kind of understand Leviathan's plan. I still don't know who they are, but I think I understand their plan. But then, where does Lex come in? Like, what's Lex trying to do? What's Lex's point? What's he getting at? Like, I don't know. Ugh. I'm getting tired of this. Like, I'm getting really sick of this season of Supergirl. Like, this is easily a contender for the worst season. You know, this is rivaling Season 1. I don't understand why the writers have done it in this way, to the point where it's so confusing that people like me who, you know, someone like me who talks about these shows week for week, I review them all the time, I watch them all the time, I fully focus when watching these shows. The fact that I don't get what's going on is really telling. I don't get it. You know, and if you guys get it, if you guys are understanding it, again, help me out in the comments, feel free. And I'm glad you guys can understand it. I wish I could, but I don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm super dumb. I don't know. But me personally, I'm struggling with this season of Supergirl. I'm struggling. So, yeah. This whole Lex and Lena thing, I want to talk about it, but I don't know what it is, so I can't. That's all I can say. So, yeah. This whole Lex and Lena storyline, I mean, I guess it's interesting where it ends. Lena does eventually realize that Lex is evil, and you have that scene where John Cryer really overacts to shout at Lena. And Lena goes back to Kara and is like, oh, I was wrong. And that's where the episode ends. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'd also like to add in as well, there was this bit in the episode as well where Kelly tells Alex, oh yeah, if you're going to go full vigilante, you might as well just go with it. So I guess Alex is becoming a vigilante now, which I guess she kind of always has been, but like she's going to actually be like a vigilante, because she even references James. So I guess like, is Alex going to become like the new Guardian now? I don't know, or is she going to become like her own vigilante? I don't know, I guess it's something we'll see in Season 6, but that could be cool, I guess. I mean, Alex is by far the best character on the show, so if they want to make her a vigilante, that's fine by me. So, overall, yeah, again, I don't know about this episode. I don't know. Could it be good? Maybe. I don't know, because I don't understand it. But this episode, for me, I enjoyed having Ramakan back. I like the stuff with Alex and Sean Astin, but beyond that, I'm struggling with this season because I don't know what the story is, I don't know what the plan is, I don't know what the villain is, I don't know what Lex is trying to do, I don't know what Lena's project was. I don't get it. So for me, personally, this episode is just really poor. I don't understand any of it, really. So I don't even know what to do with this season anymore, guys. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not going to review any of the shows by the end of the season in regards to, like, the entire season. Because I normally do big season reviews at the end of each season. I'm probably not going to do that this year, purely just because it's kind of unfair to review a whole season that doesn't technically exist. But even if I were to do that, I don't know what to do with this season. Like, I think it's unfair to review it when I don't understand it. Like, maybe I just need to go back and watch this season again. But then at the same time, I really can't be bothered doing that. So yeah, this episode for me, again, poor. And I just think it's really poorly written. And again, even the stuff that could have been cool, like the battle with Ramakan, was really bad. And the Lex and Lena stuff, I just think they've done a really poor job of explaining. So not a great one on the whole. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this rant of sorts. If you guys want to see more Supergirl content and DC TV content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from me. And I hope to see you guys again next time.